So you have read the title to this video correctly. Today I'm going to show you why you do not want to turn your shoulders in your golf swing. So I know what you're thinking, what's Ali talking about? Well, when I hit a golf shot, here, I get set up to the golf ball as normal and feel that solid, a little bit towards the toe, good low point control, 3.2 inches ahead. Clubs travel down 3.6 degrees. I've swung slightly from the inside. Club face is slightly closed and 178 carry. I know if you look at my swing there, you'll say, well, obviously the shoulders have to turn. So what are you talking about? Well, the key thing for me is a lot of golfers, when they hit shots, they feel that they lack a little bit of power, maybe lack a bit of strike on the golf ball and hit shots like that, and they've cold topped it. And the instant feedback people will give is, well, you've not completed your shoulder turn. You need to make sure you get that 90-degree turn. And that's where the problem begins. So what you'll see with a lot of golfers is that they'll set up well to the ball. And as they try and turn their shoulders, they'll make that nice full shoulder turn. If I watch down the line here, see how I'm leaning over the golf ball, 7-iron in hand, and as I turn my shoulders get very flat, my spine straightens up, and then I've got to make that move back down to the golf ball. So the reason I'm talking about not turning your shoulders is the best way of creating a good backswing position, but also a great impact position to help you hit the golf ball better. So I want you to pop your golf club down. And what I want you to appreciate is in the golf swing, because the golf swing is on an angle, we're not just looking for turn, we're also looking for a bit of tilt with the shoulders. And what we're looking for is something called side bend. So in the backswing, we have side bend to the left, and on the downswing, we have side bend to the right. And all the best players do that. And being honest, I'm pretty good on the way back, but not particularly good through impact. My shoulder tends to get a little bit too high. That's where I tend to thin the ball a little bit. So the little drill I'm going to give you to help you feel how to get your shoulders turning correctly without trying to turn them is I want you to stand feet shoulder width, hands down by your side. And then all I want you to do with your lead hand, so for me, my left hand, I want you to slide your hand down, not twisting your body, but just letting it tilt to the side till just above your knee. And you'll feel how much lower that shoulder is, shorter here, and I feel a stretch on my trail side. So I'm going to slide down, and then all I'm going to do from there is turn my hips and reach to the top. And I can now feel that much more tilt, that shoulder's much more down, trail shoulders up, and that feels very, very coiled. So I'm going to feel that again. Slide down, turn my hips, reach to the top, and even for me that feels a lot more coiled than normal. So let's just hit a shot changing that backswing feel. So we're going to get there, slide the hand down, turn, rehearse that feeling. That left shoulder feels much, much lower for me. So let's hit a shot and see how that feels. So I'm talking about adding tilt, adding side bend in the backswing. Set up. Now a little bit thin, which is kind of what I'd expect because I'm not working on the downswing yet. But the low point's still nearly 3 inches ahead, 3 degrees down, good control on face and path, and still 175 yards. Now, what you'll see with that feeling though is as I try and feel that my shoulder works down, see how nice and full my shoulder turn is without my hands having to be massively long. So I've got a nice short arm swing, lots and lots of width, lots of energy stored in my body, and from there, I'm ready to go. But I know what you're thinking, that's only half the story, because as good as my backswing was there, didn't necessarily improve the shot or the strike. Now, definitely for me, this is the part of the drill that I have to work the most on. So again, pop your clubs down, And we're going to go the other way. Trail hand, so my right hand, we're going to slide down till just above the knee. And then we're going to just feel like we turn out the way and reach halfway through. And definitely for me, that feels, if I do that again, down this angle, like I've got much more tilt to my body. I feel much more stretched on my lead side. And definitely the way I would feel it in my golf swing is I'm not trying to turn my shoulders, because if I was up here, that'd be perfect. I've got to put a bit of tilt, so I'm working a little bit more down with the left shoulder and then down with the right shoulder. And I can feel how kind of side of my body, kind of lats feel much more stretched. It's a very different feeling than I'm used to even in my golf swing. So we're going to go left shoulder down, right shoulder down. Feels good. Feels like I don't move around a lot. So it's a little bit to think about. So I'm going to set up, focus on left shoulder down, then right shoulder down. Okay, felt a good movement. Again, low point, 2.5 inches ahead, 2.5 degrees down. Good path. Face control wasn't great there. And definitely for me, and it'll be different for everybody, but for me watching, because I tend to be pretty good on the way back, but on the way down, my shoulder gets high, my head moves out the way, and I tend to get a little bit handsy to square the club face up. So I've been working hard on this, but definitely for me, that feeling of being lower there is much more where I would like to feel that I am at impact. Definitely don't feel that enough when I make my shots. So again, left shoulder down, right shoulder down. Again, just a tiny bit thin, but it does feel incredibly simple. 4.5 inches ahead, slightly from the inside, a little bit more distance. And what I do like with it, a lot of golfers talk about trying to stay still in their golf swing. Anyone that's watched my videos will know I'm not hugely into trying to stay still. But obviously what we don't want to see in the golf swing is a lot of moving around when the golf ball's on the floor. So certainly when you go left shoulder down, you see I'm stayed very centered over the golf ball, and then right shoulder down. You can see everything's into that left side. I've got some nice shaft lean. I should, in theory, have plenty of control. So let's go again. Left shoulder down, right shoulder down. And that does feel like I get a lot more stretch on my lead side. So let's set up left shoulder down, right shoulder down. That felt better. And it was a little bit out the toe. Low point, 2 inches ahead. Fairly neutral path. Club face good. And again, 184. So remember, I'm not talking about restricting shoulder turn. What we're talking about is if you were here with a baseball bat, it's easy to just turn the shoulders back and through. And from this angle, turn those shoulders back and through. The problem is the golf ball's not up here, the golf ball is down here. So now the shoulders want to turn more on that line. So we're now talking left shoulder down, right shoulder down. And now we start swinging on a better angle, a better plane if you want to call it that. But let's have one last one, try and put some speed in and get not turning those shoulders, but getting a bit more tilt into the golf swing. So good strike, just hanging out to the right. 2.7 inches ahead. 176 carry, but we can't finish on that one because that's just leaked out a little to the right. So let's go, what definitely last one this time, but work really hard on getting that side bend feel. That's the backswing, that's the downswing. And like I said, backswing for me, that feels normal. Downswing, that feels very, very different. But solid, not perfect, nearly 2 inches ahead, slightly from the inside because my low point's forward, really good club face control at 0.4 degrees close, and a carry of 182. So obviously the shoulders have to turn in the golf swing, but what we're talking is when you're turning and getting out of position, you're getting in all kinds of trouble. So feel that the shoulders work left shoulder down in the backswing, right shoulder down in the downswing, and that absolutely will transform your ball striking. So guys, hopefully you can see there, we're not talking about not turning your shoulders, but we're talking about getting that correct rotation, having that side bend, having that tilt, because when you're turning at the moment, you're just moving all over the place, making it incredibly hard to strike the ball, control low point, control path and face, and you're just hitting it all over the place. But having worked through that video and using that little drill I showed you, hopefully it's really going to improve your ball striking and really help improve your golf. So hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it. Comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. There's another video just there that hopefully you'll enjoy, help you with your game. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.